Former President Trump makes his first stop in Michigan tomorrow, his first since ending his 2020 campaign in Grand Rapids. He's coming to Washington Township to support two candidates who were unknown just a few months ago, but have quickly become big names in Republican circles. Grant Herms joins us now with more. As Grant, these two candidates are in lockstep, it would appear, with the former president.
They certainly are, and they are running for key spots in our state government, especially as the former president continues to falsely claim that he won the 2020 election and as he eyes a likely run for president again in 2024. Former President Donald Trump coming to campaign for two candidates for two of the state's top offices. First is Kristina Karamo running to unseat Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson. Trump endorsed her back in September. The Wayne County Community College professor's campaign is based on the lie that the election of 2020 was stolen, claiming she saw illegal activity at the former TCF Center. Karamo has also dabbled in other extreme views, including as a noted speaker at a conference for conspiracy theorists last year. She's also been accused of anti-Semitism by the Anti-Defamation League after a recent tweet about Democratic donor and Jewish immigrant George Soros. The other candidate is Matt DePerno. He's one of three Republicans running for Attorney General, but the only one to get Trump's endorsement. Trump also hosted DePerno at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. He staked his name as the attorney who filed lawsuits in Antrim County, making false claims voting machines had been rigged, essentially kicking off a key part of the lie surrounding the 2020 election and building his campaign around that. In recent days, this ad began running in Florida.
Where's the money, DePerno? Republicans need a winner running for Michigan Attorney General.
Directed at the former president, a test for Trump and his chosen candidates in his first visit back to a major battleground state. And we did reach out to both campaigns today. We did not get a response back from Ms. Karamo's campaign. We were able to reach somebody with Mr. DePerno's campaign, but they didn't respond to our request for an interview. Doors open tomorrow at 2. Parking, though, opens at 8 a.m. And the former president isn't slated to speak, Devin, until 7 tomorrow night. Back to you.
Grant, something perhaps a little conspicuous by its absence, the governor slot. Governor Whitmer is, of course, a target for the former president and Republicans.
Yeah, that's the curious thing here, is that there aren't any of these gubernatorial candidates slated to speak tomorrow. The former president has supported in the past the right-wing media commentator Tudor Dixon. He also hosted Perry Johnson, the businessman from Michigan, running for governor at that Mar-a-Lago event back in February. So it'll be interesting tomorrow to see whether he endorses one of them on stage, whether one of them shows up. It is certainly something we'll be watching tomorrow night.
You bet. All right, Grant.